here's something new. A lot of them Nobel laureates are studying energy medicine. And it's interesting that Scientific American, my favorite magazine, you know, which is about everything, they do more and more and more about energy medicine. And a lot of our Nobel laureates are studying it and understanding the power of what's going on. It hasn't made it into mainstream medicine yet, but the science is there. Okay. The brain and the nervous system are the only controlled systems in the body. What we learn in medical school, those are the main ones, and we're saying now, no, there's another system. Gold medal athletes. In fact, I just got back from the Olympics. We were treating some gold medal athletes with scanner. In fact, there was the Australian woman snowboarder had a head injury 4 weeks. She was in the international games. She had a head injury. She was in the intensive care for 4 days, and you know about permanent brain damage, this kind of thing. She got out. Her mother was a nurse, knew about scanner, the Russian technology. Got her to my trainer, who lives there in Australia. Not only did she compete, which they said no way, but she won gold. We were working with some of the losers and some others, so that was when we needed to work with the emotional side as well as physical. So in Europe and in Australia, these kinds of therapies are already being used. But what this slide is about is how do you explain how fast and how quick some of the things those athletes do. It cannot be explained by how fast the nervous system conducts. There are many things that happen that are faster than the nervous system. How do you explain the cheetah at 70 miles per hour? You can't do it by saying it's the nervous system doing it. Okay. So the bodies, right? Nervous system, circulatory. The other one proposed, the living matrix. Many people who are doing therapeutic injections, and it's about working on this other communication system. You lose it using light, electricity, magnetism, electromagnetism, you know, chemical energy, all of those things in tapping into this other system of the body. I go pretty quick, so you're doing great. There's this living matrix, and you go on to the next one, is a terminology that in doctors who are starting to work into this, or even in just a therapeutic injections, we talk a lot about the matrix and the proteoglycans and communication molecules that are outside of the cellular system. We know they're there. We have a lot to learn about them, but we know that this system, which is faster than the nervous system, can explain some of these unexplainable things that we've had in medicine. And it communicates with all parts of the body. Okay. The perineurium is the connective tissue that's around the nerve. And I think the next slide shows you that it's not, well, this shows you, that's okay. This slide shows you that even Scientific American's talking about the perineurium being the new frontier in neuroscience. That electromagnetic and physical structure around every nervous tissue is important for us to study. Then what are you going to do with it? It's these electromagnetic type therapies that can work on that. So I think the next slide there you go. All of these structures, every one of them, have perineural. There's a perineural cell in the perineurium for nerves, digestive tract, skin, bone, all of it. There's that peri-communication system around the nerve. Okay? And we believe you can tap into that and make a lot of change. This is another person, if you're interested in this, that you can get a lot. He's done quite a few studies on matrix and the matrix regulation. Started in 1975. He's still going and talking about the ground regulation system. PISCHINGER, in case your tape's not picking it up. But quite a few well-done, interesting studies along this topic. Another one, the developer, well, he won the Nobel Prize for the synthesis of vitamin C. He's the one that let us know about vitamin C. Then he also discovered actinomycin, okay? Then he started talking in 1954, right after that, about the electronic biology and the This is an interesting what he was calling it, the solid state biochemistry. He knew, so did Einstein, talked about the electromagnetic body. These guys at these levels know and have been trying to study it, been trying to go there with it for a long time. This is not new. Okay. And another, same, Dr. Worden, life is too rapid and subtle to be explained by slow-moving chemical reactions and nerve impulses. You cannot explain a lot of things that happen in the human body only by the hormonal, chemical, and nervous system. You can't explain it. There are many. So there's something else going on, and our whole system of medicine in this country is built on pharmacology and surgical. And we're missing a piece of it. Okay. Again, diagnosis, magnetocardiogram, encephalograms, myelograms for the muscle, pneumograms, all of this, whether it's electric or magnetic, it shows up and they parallel each other when we're using this to diagnose. Okay. I'm sure in this group you guys know that movie, but why this is interesting for us, why do we know? Dr. Bill Tiller, and have you ever had him as a lecturer here? I can get him for you.
Who is he?
Okay. He's a Nobel, he's been nominated several times for the Nobel. I think he's going to get it. He's
too good for us.
No, he's not. No, he's an excellent, great. Now, he will be like this over everybody, but it's what little bits you get are interesting. What I'm going to tell you about Dr. Tiller, he's a PhD. He worked for GE, studying water molecules in the 50s. But he has written many books and has published many studies on many things, but his work right now is about intention. And he's got a group of meditators, that's why I'm saying for this group. He's got a group of meditators that get together, and he has these, his boxes that he has developed in these different places all over the world and across the country. And by those meditators concentrating in these areas, they can change the pH of water. And it's about intention and why any practitioner and anybody who works with patients in any field that you're in, your intention when you're working with that person is very, very important. But his work is on meditation and changing the pH of water. And he's done the work to show that that energy, that frequency that travels is faster through the ground than through air or water. He's well known in this world, Dr. Bill Tiller. You Google him and you'll see who he is.
What travels faster than the ground than through air?
That intention, that ability of the meditative intention and the changes that you can make with that, even the pH of water, as we all know, is very difficult to try to shove, that particular energy is transported better, faster through ground than air or water. But what are we mostly made out of? What are we more like? You know, when we talk about structure. So his work is fascinating. He has a couple of new things I'm not allowed to talk about yet. But you Google him and you will have your mind blown away probably. But you'll love it because where he's come from, all the science, and he's a true researcher. He's the one that will tear apart any research and can do so. He's that kind of PhD. But he has come through all of the science and everything that he's done into meditation and the power of that intention. So